Kim Zolciak Biermann, you guys. Now, so much is coming out. I don't even know where to begin. Okay, let me muster this up. This is a lot. So we have a full-fledged divorce going on right now, but the police have been called numerous times. I'm going to walk you through this, Jason. They filed for divorce at the very beginning of May, right?
Right.
This was after finding out that they owe about $1.1 million in taxes. Their home almost went into foreclosure. She's spending a shit ton of money allegedly on online gambling. And so the night before they filed divorce, her and Kroy got into an argument. Kroy decided to take her stuff, some of her belongings, worth over $175,000 is what she's claiming, and take them and lock them in the safe in their basement. Well, Kim was pissed. Kim's like, give me the code. That's my shit. That's premarital property. Does not count. He's like, it's not premarital property, you idiot. It's marital property. We're married. We have debts to pay. And we're selling this shit because we have to pay our debts. Kim is like, no, I'm keeping what's mine in the divorce. We are going to get a divorce, split everything equally. And then what I decide to sell of mine to pay my half of the debts is what I decide to sell of mine. So they start getting in this back and forth sort of argument that completely escalates, and Kim calls the cops. But as soon as the cops arrive, they start talking to Kroy, and they're like, what's the problem? He's like, listen, right now we're going through some financial troubles. We're entertaining the idea of a divorce. Their kids, meanwhile, are watching all of this, is what they said on page 6. But we're getting a divorce. It's a lot of shit that's happening right now. It's very stressful. She attacked me. They're like, wait a minute, attacked you? Apparently, Kim wanted her shit back so bad that she started wailing on the back of his head while he's like walking away from her. But then he shows—
It's not funny, but I'm like, I can picture it, and I am picturing it, so it's not funny, but
So when you have over here like Nene and she's like, bye, Wig, then you have Wig over here chasing Kroy and just like hitting him in the back of the head, allegedly. And then when the cops showed up, they're like, we don't see any marks. There's no bleeding. Would you like to file charges? He said, no, I don't want to file charges. So, okay, what do you want us to do? She asked the police to please stay there while she gathers some of her belongings. However, there's no fucking point to gather the belongings unless she started loading her glasses, jewelry, designer bags into her car. So I think what she was trying to do was to get them out of the marital home so he doesn't one by one start taking them and selling them off and collecting them, because she's still living in the marital home with them. Now, the next day, after they both filed for divorce, which he barely beat her, he technically filed for divorce first, but after they both filed, the same police officers are called back to the house because she wanted to go into the bathroom of their master bedroom. He's like, no, girl, you're not coming in the bathroom. And she's like, I need to get my medication. He's like, I don't give a shit. Your medication's in the hallway. Take your ass back out there with your wig and go get your medication because you're not coming in. So she reaches out to the same police officers and they're like, what the is going on?
Did she have their card or something? How did she reach back out to the same
I'm sure it was like, let's say Deputy Duplantis. Deputy Duplantis was like, listen, if you have issues again, just give us a call.
I just want to know why it's Duplantis.
I don't know. Just if you listen, Deputy Duplantis was like, if you have any problems, give us a call. We'll be right over. Kind of keep it clean, keep it cute out here in the streets of Atlanta. We don't need the issues. We have other calls that are way more important. All right, so you think that they would do that, but they're not, because the fights are just getting pettier. Now, he ended up going on social media. She's taunting him. He's taunting her, all while they're still living in the same house. He posted an Animoji sort of thing, or whatever they're called, a GIF of this blonde sort of cartoon with a camera. And he's like, don't be so obvious, meaning she's obviously trying to get back on the show. And then he goes on. Remember how like sometimes you and I are sitting there for like Taco Tuesday, just patiently awaiting for our Gator tacos? Like, what do we do? And we go on Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
and you know how sometimes I show you the Kardashian closet?
Yes.
Okay, so they have a Biermann closet. So they sell, he sells his t-shirts on there for like $60. She sells her wigs and her designer shit, and also sells some of like her Fendi bags and Louboutins and all kinds of stuff on this closet. So he went into the website and locked her ass out of the closet so she can't collect any money from it, because he's like, you're not cashing out any more money until we pay off this outstanding debt, which I think is totally fair and responsible.
This gives me a headache.
Yeah.
And I would love to see this play out on the show.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean,
it gives me a headache. God, what a headache. What a life. You think about where these women were, like the ones who have been, you know, the OGs, like the Teresas, the Kims, the Ninis, their whole stories, right? How they've evolved and changed, like the Adrienne Maloufs, the Kim Richards, the Lisa Vanderpumps. It's like so much has happened since the beginning, but I never anticipated it to go this left for Kim. I mean, I was expecting left, but not like a hard left and then a U-turn and then a left again.
I thought it was going to go about as left as it did when Sheree pulled on her wig. Like, I thought it was going to tilt, you know? Like, I didn't think it was going to be like a full, like it got snatched and shit, you know? I didn't expect this, because now it's just honestly getting worse, because I feel like it's sort of reminiscent of what we're seeing in Miami with Lenny and Lisa in the same home. I think you mentioned this before, because how these two, even though you're living in a multi-million-dollar mansion, it's not that big. It's like when people say Los Angeles is a small town. It really is when you start meeting everybody. Imagine being in the same house with somebody, and then it's this volatile, and there's other parties involved, and there's a lawsuit.
Exactly.
And I mean, Kim tried to clock Kroy and went to the court and said, I don't trust this man around my children because he smokes weed. And he was like, okay, bitch, you want to play that game with me? Went back to the court and said, I don't trust her around my kids because I think that she is mentally not there. So I would like a full psychological evaluation on her. And then she's like, okay, you want to play that game? Then she takes her ass back to the court and takes a 4-hour parenting class to prove that she is doing everything that she can to help her children navigate what it's like to be. And
this is so exhausting. I mean, it just doesn't stop.
It sounds like
right? This is so exhausting. Hey, wait, what?
It sounds like the first 15 years of my life, like divorce, custody, splitting.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, 100%. I mean, listen, no one, be careful of marriage. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you and I, we waited what, 9 years to get married. Okay. Yeah. So, but it is an exhausting situation. And they, God, the Real Housewives, like the OGs, like you never know where they're going to end up.
You never know where they're going to end up.
But now you see why they're great TV, you know?
No, it's great TV. What was I saying? Said Happy Pride Month. Yes, everyone, Happy Pride Month. It's almost Jason and I's anniversary. And also, this is just such a fun month anyway. So definitely Happy Pride Month to everybody. Jason, we covered so many different crazy topics.
I know. We were all over the place. We did the Real Housewives of the United States today. We went everywhere. Yeah, I'm really, really excited for, we do have a prenup actually. I am really, really excited for the last part of this Vanderpump Rules reunion. I can't even tell you. I want this third part. I want the last 5 minutes to be done, and I want it to be done. I want to know what we have to talk about. I want to know what we have to look forward to, or maybe not look forward to. And I want to be done with Vanderpump Rules for the rest of the year.
I mean,
even though it has been so fun to cover, it has been so fun, especially people, if you've been joining us in the after parties or in Adam's recaps, they have been so much fun to talk about. But now I'm exhausted. So this big reveal cannot be like those empty promises we get from Bravo all the time. It has to be good. It has to be good. So
Larger Curve said, hey, I love when I catch you guys. This was fun. Greyhound Girl said, I knew you guys were smart. Listen, I think, way to go, she said. I think it's smart. Jason and I agreed from the jump that a prenup is smart because it just protects everybody. As you can see, divorces, nobody plans for divorce. I don't think that divorces are ever really not nasty. And it just kind of solidifies, like, Jason and I will never have to fight about anything. I think that's why Teresa should have done it. It's just, it's there, and you get to say your goodbyes. Goodbye, Jason. Get the out of my house, and I'll get out of your house, and we both get out of each other's houses, and then we wish each other. It's like a kiss on the cheek and a to the back.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys.